with the Home Safe product, both the first mortgage product and the second mortgage product, you don't have to be 62. You only have to be 55. Now, on the Home Safe products, if there's one borrower, 55. If there's two borrowers, you all have to be 55. So you don't have that exception on the spousal age. But still, 55 plus is great because it really addresses that gap where you're over 55, you're winding down, you're approaching that retirement age, you're not quite there yet. And that's been a great point of frustration for homeowners in that segment between 55 and 62, where they want to get some of that equity. They've been too young to get a reverse mortgage, a HECM or a Home Safe First. So they're like, gosh, what am I going to do? I can't qualify for a HELOC. My income's gone down. I'm self-employed. I don't report enough or high enough net income to meet a debt ratio requirement. I can't tap into this equity. The Home Safe product, in particular, the Home Safe second product, is perfect for that. It can get you that money you need when you're in that kind of situation.
Well, it almost sounds too good to be true, but I have to admit openly here that you're helping me with one of those Home Safe seconds, and it's been absolutely seamless as far as how you're taking care of it and how it's all coming together. And it is going to help us do some things. And in fact, I want to talk a little bit about how, like, some use cases of how people would use that. And so give us an idea, like for us, my wife and I, we said, hey, our home is nice, and yet we want to put a new roof and some paint on there. But it's been a quarter of a century since we've done that. Man, has it gotten expensive.
Well, exactly right. Yeah.
And so can that be used for that?
Well, exactly. I mean, the core uses have been and always will be things like home improvement. And then the other major item, despite those goals that we talked about last week and even today, is debt consolidation. You get into those senior years and maybe you ran up too much debt. And of course, these products, everyone thinks, well, that's what I should get it for, is because I need to pay off some debt. But there's so much more to it than that, right? And some of these folks, and, like in your case, you and your wife, you're both successful business owners. You're not poor at all. But yet, the way you report your income, because of the type of employment and income that you generate, it doesn't work well for the conforming underwriting approach where you have to have a certain level of reportable income to meet a debt ratio. Your income is there. It's just kind of packaged in a different way, if you will. And so as a consequence, this kind of product works perfectly in your situation. And the point of it is that we're going to talk about now is there's so much more than just home improvement and just paying off debt.
Well, one of the questions and I think you've addressed this in the past, but I want to bring it up now, is like, when we as these 55 and older, we have this amount of money coming from our equity because we have a lot of equity. We say, well, can I go out and buy income producing assets with this, or am I only limited to paying off debt or refinance it or working on my home? What are the limitations? Can I do things like that?
Yeah, great question. In fact, one of the cases that we like to talk about, in fact, I have a kind of a clever term for it. It's like, how do you ADU?